How big could you get this name up? How high?
First ever yard experience?
Yeah.
I was 12 years old.
Yeah.
I crawled under the fence, didn't even know how to do it right, you know, that we did it in daytime. I didn't go there to paint. That's a good thing. We went there to scope it out first.
Okay.
And we got chased by a cop going through it, and then I'm getting caught by another worker, and security grabbed us and gave us YO tickets, youthful offenders.
Okay.
And then about 2 years after that, I was 14, freshman in high school. That's when I went into the yard.
And stuff like that as well.
I did my first thing, was a piece double. It was like a two-tone blues. I used engine paint too, you know, like blue engine paint. Didn't know what kind of paint. It was the only one in this neighborhood that I can rack paint from, you know.
For real.
And then Scene turned me on after that, saying, yo, you just told us drive on. But he knew I was gonna go somewhere. He, you know, like even his brother didn't want me bombing on the lines. He's like, no, we're trying to clean it up, no toys. I'm going paint. And Scene already had photos of my stuff. And go, never mind my brother. Man, I like this bud. You know, it's like, dude, going tonight.
He saw something in you.
Next thing, so we kept going after that.
You understand what I'm saying?
You're telling dust.
Still think it's too big.
It was.
Can I ask you how Star Wars changed your life?
Just like this, it's helped out, you know? And it opened up, well, I wouldn't say Star Wars opened up the market or anything for me. I mean, it made it worldwide. That would be Dolores Newman that actually, you know, helped me with the financial thing.
But can you explain
Star Wars just made it go out there worldwide, but I think even without Star Wars, the art collectors would eventually, you know, pull this out. Dolores Newman, I was introduced to from Henry Shelf. Well, she did curate. She was an art collector first. Okay. All right. She knew Picasso personally. All right. They were friends. You know, she was an old lady. You know, you could tell when she was young, she was pretty. So you know how artists are. So they were kind of close. So she has a large collection of his. You know. And then throughout the years, you know, that's how she, you know, she grabbed Matisse's, Miro's. I mean, I walk in her apartment, my paintings all along with theirs, you know, stacked, because she didn't have no room to put them. Jean Michelle Basquiat's, Keith Haring she worked with, and them guys.
She was a big player on the art scene in New York then.
And Lee, and they all kind of left because she was kind of lenient, you know, she just let them do what they want. And I was like one of the last artists that worked with her, and back then she was going through a lot of personal family problems. She was old, she basically retired, she wanted to get out of it. And she was one of the board of directors of the Metropolitan Museum of Art then too. She got my painting accepted by them. Whatever she jumped on, everybody followed because she had the eye for knowing what's going up. So when I talked to her, I'm like, how does this work? Well, check it out, you're original. Any art movie. She see my good drawings. I had classical ones, like, you know, like that are added on to those drawings, like with the angels and Madonnas and everything. And it came out perfect. So I seen her with the piles and just throw them to the side. When she came across the wild side, she stopped. And she, this is what I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
She was, this just proves you're an artist, big deal. I can go down to any college and pick up 1,000 of them that can do exactly that. You can do a Rembrandt, exactly. But you're not gonna get paid. Maybe you get paid as an illustrator artist, but not in the galleries, because it's basically all been done.
For real.
This right here, your mediums, is basically it's wild style. It's something that's never seen before in galleries or anywhere else, unless you guys were the first ones basically ground zero on that. And you use mediums that no other artists use. You use spray paint, that's one thing. Then you use trains, that's another canvas. And then you don't even do scenes of, you know, whatever, stills, nudes, nothing. You do lettering, a name, which has never been just dropped on a canvas before by any artist in the world. That puts you in the fine arts. First solo show I've done, ever. I've done group shows in New York City with Lee and them at like the Sidney Janis Gallery. I did well on them. Yeah. But then it seemed like I had to wait in line. There was a lot of writers that didn't want me in certain doors and you know, just make up stories about themselves just so they could sell a painting. And with Dolores, and like I said, a lot of people was jumping on the bandwagon like that kid in Style Wars. They're saying, who wants to get dirty and and I'm not allowed to stay out late. Never heard of him, never painted a train before. Still to this day, nobody can figure out who the hell he was. I still don't know. I'm asking, what's his name? So I can beat him up when I see him. You know, it's like, I don't want to get dirty. You're the type that would come with spray paint and we'd just jack you for it, fool. That's why he couldn't go paint. Basically, now where is he? He's probably somewhere sucking dick for $10. I guarantee it. You know? And I told Dolores, and what it was is like, now they're taking food out of my mouth because what it is.
They're cashing in on it.
They're cashing in on what I've done in there, coming up into the world, in the art world now, with bullshit probably cotton, and telling them they're kings, you know? So what happens is, they just give up, you know? And that's where the dedication comes in. And I told 20 years from now, when the smoke is all still clear, guess who's gonna be still standing here? I was like, I know in my blood. You know, me and Scene, we like walk to the yards and we look at each other like, we're like, how long are you gonna be doing this? I was like, I don't know, we come down here and crutch and whatever. We didn't think there was gonna be like barbed wires. Now you can't in New York, but maybe you can other places in Japan, whatever. But back then we were just gonna grow old and work this supermarket, whatever job we can get, that's what we're gonna do. We didn't think about being artists and going and running around the world back then. We were so small-minded about it. Of course. God forbid I die tomorrow, which can happen. I can't do this all day. This shit's cancerous, you know? So it's like, that's another reason why I'll limit my paintings down. It's like, this shit is cancerous, it kills the ozone. There's a lot of reasons. When kids ask me, hey, what do you think about painting? I'm like, dude, go into pastels. You know? Do something with watercolors, because you know this is already done and it's killing us.
I want to talk to you about painting trains. And about which lines you painted in New York and about bombing.
All of them.
Let's talk about that for a bit.
Every line there was, I deliberately went out of my way.
And people you met along the way, and people you bombed with, and you spoke about meeting Don D.
A lot of times I went solo.
Yeah?
After a while I went solo. I was like, nobody could keep up with me. Like, so I'm not waiting for you, I'm just going. That's why I just didn't wait, I just kept going. Cool. I do whole cars. Now I understood why Lee was getting stuck doing whole cars, because it's the same way it's goes solo.
And Don did too. Yeah. Do you want to sign off the interview, say anything to the camera, big anyone up?
Peace. Glad y'all came out tonight. Hope you had fun.